Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. Let's say you've gone east and the narcissist involved in your life has gone west, right? You know, you're probably going through a time where you get an influx of emotions. You're feeling anxious, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling, listen, you can't be fragile in this state. You can't let this narcissist that was involved in your life put you in a fragile state of mind, right? Because if you go in a fragile state of mind, it's most likely you're going to accept hoovers. You're going to let this narcissist back into your life, it's going to put you in a very vulnerable state. You're going to make decisions if you're in a fragile mind state that's not beneficial for you. It's not beneficial for you whatsoever. And I've spoken to many victims of narcissistic abuse that have ended up in the cycle of letting the narcissist back into their lives, letting the narcissist back into their lives, letting the narcissist back into their lives. And that's because they were acting upon emotion, right? And they were letting this influx of emotions get the better of them, whether that was anxiety, stress, they was letting it get the better of them, right? And what you've got to understand is, you may be in an uncomfortable circumstance right now, but I want you to thrive in this disorder, right? I want you to thrive in this chaos. I want you to thrive in this uncertainty and know your path and your destination, right? And this is what having an autonomous mind is about, right? If you have an autonomous mindset, you know your destination. You know where you're going, You don't need anyone to, you make your own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. You don't let this parasite narcissist that was involved in your life influence your decision making, right? And this is your opportunity now, right? This is your opportunity now. You've heard me talk about finding your purpose, finding your meaning, finding something to focus on, whatever that might be, right? This is very important because this is why the universe has aligned this to happen, because there's things more important than this relationship that you was in with this narcissist that you need to manifest in your own life, right? That's what this was all about, okay? So I want you to thrive in disorder, thrive in the chaos, thrive in the uncertainty, and know your path and your destination. You must become autonomous. This is crucial. You have to become autonomous, right? This narcissist knows what they're doing, right? They're putting you in, they're putting you in a place of disorder. They're putting you in a place of chaos. They're putting you in a place of uncertainty. If you, prior to awakening, you make this, you may just be going through your awakening now. It can be very unsettling, going from the shift of an unawakened empath to an awakened empath. You'll be very emotional. You'll be very confused, but the quicker that you understand this concept of being autonomous, right? Using everything to your advantage, knowing your destination, right? It's one thing that I've always been certain with is knowing that my destination, whether you call it God, this controlling it, higher powers, universe, whatever you want to call it, right? I've always been certain about my destination and where I'm going, and I want you to try and take something that I've learned along my journey and not allow someone else to dictate, your happiness, your path. You just can't let them do that. You can't let them have that hold over you. Nobody should have that hold over you, right? Nobody on this earth should have that hold over you, right? And by you becoming autonomous, focusing on your purpose, right? Using this experience you're going through, because, this is an experience you're going through. And I made a video yesterday. Let me just pull it up. You might want to check that out because it might be helpful. Let me just get the title up. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. No need to stress about the narcissist. God took them away for a reason. Trust the divine plan. And on the background image, I put a vase. And the reason why I put the vase was because I was talking about how you're shaped and molded, if you want to check that out. And this is what I'm trying to say, right? You may be going through an emotional influx of feeling disorder, feeling chaos, feeling uncertainty, right? What you got to understand is happening if you get into the autonomous mindset is you're being shaped. This is actually happening for the benefit of your soul, right? And you'll slowly fade out these feelings of disorder. You won't feel like you're in a disorder no more. You won't feel like you're in chaos. You won't feel like you're in uncertainty because you have an autonomous mindset and you know your path. You know your destination. You know where you're going. You know what you're doing. You're focusing on your purpose. You're focusing on your meaning. And, you know, you're not fazed that this narcissist that was involved in your life has now gone west and you've gone east. You're like, you're just not fazed by it. You're getting on with your life, right? And it's always, you know, from my experience of talking to victims of narcissistic abuse that have accepted Hoovers or ended up back in the cycle with the narcissist, it's because they haven't had an autonomous mind state, right? That's why they've ended up back in the situationships with these narcissists, right? By you adopting an autonomous mind state, right? Thriving in this chaos, you know, you may be feeling chaotic at the moment. You may be feeling there's so much disorder. You may be feeling anxiety and stress. Say to yourself, nah, well, hang about. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this that you're feeling? You shouldn't be feeling this. That's what you got to say to yourself. You shouldn't be feeling these feelings. You know, I'm going to focus on my purpose. I'm going to focus on my meaning. You get me? That's what it's about, right? I'm going to focus on that, you know? And always, you know, you like having a belief in trusting in the plan of like your walk in life, you know, you're always going to find better than this narcissist that's involved in your life. You're always going to find better than them. They're parasites, you know. Anyone that puts you through abuse of any kind, you know, who inflicts pain upon a chosen one of them path, right? They're heading down a dark road now. And you really don't want to start carrying them along, you know, preventing them from facing their karma. You know, you really don't want to start carrying them along, preventing them from facing their karma. If anything, you need them to go about their own business, right? To face the punishment for messing with you, right? And I know there's a higher force out there, and whether you call it God, the universe, something is out there, and they're going to face punishment for what they've done for you, right? No debt in the universe goes unpaid. What they've done to you was uncalled for. What they've done to you was unjust, right? That's the fact of nature, right? No debt in the universe goes unpaid, right? Whether you call it karma, God, the universe, they're going to face repercussions for their actions, right? So you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about them, right? Please, people, don't end up in the cycle of going back with the narcissist. There's countless people that I've spoken to have ended up back in the cycle. You're going to end up worse off, you know, letting them back in, you know, then you're intimate with them again. You know, you can't be going down that path, you know, especially if it's a romantic partner. I can understand maybe it's a bit more confusing if you're dealing with a narcissistic parent or a narcissistic family member or a narcissistic friend or colleague or associate. But, you know, all remains the same theoretically, right? Regardless if this is a romantic partner, friend, family member, colleague or associate, you know, you need to have an autonomous mindset. And if they're putting you under pressure, or making you feel like you're in disorder, or making you feel like you're in chaos, or making you feel like some sort of uncertainty, this is a deliberate attack on your well-being, right? This is a deliberate attack from their nasty nature that they are, right? You know, they're trying to fuck with your head, right? And you need to use this to your advantage and thrive in it, you know? Focus on something. Do whatever you like. Finding your purpose and your meaning. Finding your existence. Finding your purpose. Finding your meaning. Watching podcasts. Learning, educating yourself on these narcissist channels. You're already doing it now. You're on this channel and other channels alike. You're educating yourself. You're learning more. You're already advancing. You're already becoming a better version of yourself. So you don't need to be fazed by these parasites. You literally don't need to be fazed by these parasites. There's plenty of things you can do in this world. Many of you enjoy going to the gym. Maybe you can put your attention in the gym and focus in the gym. I've spoken to many victims of narcissistic abuse that have discovered their purpose and their meaning after encountering these narcissists in their life, from singing and writing songs, all the way to in artwork, to writing books, to starting businesses, just really prospering in their life, right? And this is because, they didn't allow what this parasite done to them constrict them, and they had an autonomous mindset, they had an autonomous mindset, and they thrived in pressure, right? They thrived in the uncertainty and the chaos, right, of the relationship, right? So please, let the narcissist that was involved in your life go. Let them get on with whatever they're doing. Let them get on with their life, right? Please, people, don't let this narcissist involved in your life back in your life. It's like you've had a message from God. You've had a message from the universe. You've seen red flags. You've seen it now. You know what they are. You know what they are now. Please, you can't let someone like that back in your life once you know what they are. I call it downloads, right? You'll get downloads. Sometimes it's gradual, sometimes it's sudden. Some people call them epiphanies. I tend to call it a download, right? You'll get a download of information or an epiphany, right? And you'll be like, okay. You just get a firm, solid understanding, and you can work people out in a second. You can work people out in a second, right? That's what it's about. Don't get emotional. The whole thing right now, and I should have probably touched on it more, is if you are in a fragile mind state, right? In a fragile mind state, emotional, stressed, anxiety, all of that. And naturally, people can suffer from anxiety and things like that, but there's degrees of it, right? If you're allowing someone else's influence, and that's why I'm saying adopt an autonomous mindset, because you shouldn't allow someone else's influence dictate your life, right? But you can't be fragile because of what this narcissist involved in your life done to you. You can't be fragile. You can't be, falling apart in disorder, letting chaos get the better of you, letting the uncertainty get the better of you. You can't, right? I'm telling you, this has all happened for a reason. You will prosper. You will find better in all walks of life. You'll find better in people. And I know that might not be what you want to hear right now, but you will find better people, right? You will find better people, right? You will find better in your work, in your career, in your business. You'll make more money. Trust me, this will happen for you, right? Please adopt an autonomous mindset and don't be a statistic of the victims of narcissistic abuse that ended up going back to narcissists involved in their life. Don't end up like another statistic, because I've spoken to many victims of narcissistic abuse that have ended up back in the cycle. They've accepted hoovers. I've read the comment section. I see people that have accepted hoovers, that have gone back to the narcissist. I read all the comments, right? There's so many times, There's so many times. And I might put a poll out. So therefore you can see how many people have accepted the hoover, if they're truthful enough to say that they've accepted a hoover. Honestly, you could never accept a hoover. I've never accepted a Hoover, you know, from any narcissist involved in my life. I've never accepted a Hoover. I won't accept a Hoover. There's just absolutely no way. And I'm not saying that makes me, there's certain conditions that happen in your own circumstance of why people, you know, that have accepted a Hoover. It doesn't make you less of a person if you have accepted a Hoover. I'm just saying that you need to adopt something that I'm trying to help incorporate into your mindset, and that is you can't accept Hoovers. You can't accept them. You know, you need to put them on blast. You need to reject them. You know, you just can never accept a Hoover. You just cannot, right? They've exposed themselves for what they are, these narcissists in your life. You've seen the red flags. Now you're connecting dots, you know, seeing patterns of their behavior, realizing what they are. Please, people, adopt this autonomous mindset. Strive and make something of your life, right? Your life does not revolve, and the decisions you make are not, you know, to do with other people's influence. You know, you make your own decisions, you know, rather than being treated by, but rather than being influenced by someone else, right? You don't need to be influenced by someone else. You don't need to let this influence of this person trying to put you in a disorder, trying to make you in chaos, you know, trying to make you feel uncertain. You know, you don't need to let them do that, break from that spell, you know. People that are doing that kind of behavior, right, trying to inflict that on you, they're narcissists, right? They're parasites. You know what I'm saying? They're parasites, right? And you've woken up to this now. And I know when you first wake up, it can be shocking, it can be scary, it can be alarming, you know. You're in that, some of you may be in that phase right now, you know, early days on, you know. Please, people, the quicker that you realize, and I've spoken to victims of narcissistic abuse that have found their purpose and their meaning very quickly, you know. They found their purpose and their meaning very quickly. They haven't accepted Hoovers, and they've got on with their lives. And that's what you need to do, you know. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like a one-to-one session with like a tailor-made, you know, tailor-made help to fit your personal circumstance, you can always book a one-to-one session with me. I'll be happy to help and we'll be able to shed some light on your current situation. I have got the end of the month empath group meeting coming up. The first one was a success. I've scheduled one for the 28th of this month. There is still spaces available. If you'd like to take part in that, you just have to use the link in the description box. The invitees from the first empath group meeting have created a WhatsApp group and a Telegram group. You know, so if that's something that will be interest of you, you can obviously join that as well. You can obviously join the group and stay in touch with the fellow empaths along your healing journey, you know. And if neither of those are for you and you'd prefer an email consultation with myself, you can always reach out with a crisis email support link in the description box to book a crisis email support, to book a one-to-one email support with me, consultation, you know. I do understand that some of you may feel more comfortable in speaking via email, so I have set that up, you know. So if that's something of interest to you, you just have to use the link in the description box. And if you'd like to know more why a narcissist smears you despite knowing your value, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.